You're watching Barnstable this morning. Joining me now is Cyndy Cotton. She is the new executive director here at the Osterville Village Library. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on the new role.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited.
And you actually have been a volunteer here at the library for many years. Talk to me a little bit about your volunteer experience and your involvement with the library over the years.
I became a board member in 2008, and we were just in the midst of the capital campaign to build this beautiful new big library. And I helped with the capital campaign, and I became vice president. And the building of the new library and everything involved with it was very time consuming for the whole board, and it was a lot of work to get such a beautiful building put up and move from one building to the other and store everything and just have it all come to be this beautiful place. But it was a privilege to be a part of all that. And I was president of the board for the last 3 years, with my term ending in June of this year.
And you know, the library, I think, is such a hub of each village, and this is really right in the center of Osterville. You have so many events here for the community. Is that something you want to continue to do, some of those events that the community really relies on?
Yes. We love having programming. The libraries are more cultural centers now. We have music booked for the holidays. We're looking to have, all sorts of different types of art exhibits. We're doing a reach out to the businesses in Osterville for Black Friday, where we'll watch the kids while the parents can go shop in Osterville and have a movie and a craft, and the parents can go spend time in the village. We're booking our programming for next year, and we have lots of exciting authors and programs and different mobiles coming in for all ages.
You know, and it's so interesting too, you guys have space, wonderful space upstairs to have lots of presentations and discussions, book clubs. How can we find out information about when these events are happening and how people can get involved in the library?
Sure, that's a great question. The Osterville Village Library.org website is one place. We also have a Facebook page, which is very active, that you could get the up-to-the-minute info. There's also a CLAMS app for people that like to use apps that we load our calendar onto that you can bring up. You can always call the library, and we also have a newsletter that'll print out all the events. So whichever media that you're most comfortable with, we have a way to reach you.
Wow, all angles, I guess.
That's have to these days.
Yeah, that's right, getting out there on all fronts. You know, what is the thing, has anything surprised you since you've started working here at the library? About the library? Did anything surprise you?
Not surprised me, just as much as it warms my heart, is how much this village loves its library and values its importance, to have it be a part of the village and want to help it. We're just so lucky to work with Cape Cod Academy, the Rotary Club, Armstrong Kelly Park, the Historical Society, 3 Bays. We have a really phenomenal community that we all work together to support each other, which I think is fabulous.
Yeah, very important. And like you said, libraries are these cultural centers, yes, where you really can build community, you can meet your neighbors, yep, you can interact and enjoy. And so many events coordinate with Osterville, the village, and the Village Association. So really need to see that working together. Is there any goal, are there any goals that you have for the library as you begin your tenure here?
Yes. One of my main jobs is fundraising, because that's a very important part of the library. We always have to raise like 60% of our money every year. So that's a very important function I have. We still have some naming opportunities. I'd like to see those be named and help build up the endowment. We want to make things a more social area. We're looking at redesigning this area to make this more of a social area and like a bookstore type atmosphere. I've always wanted this to be like a library model for libraries of the future and how you evolve, and people say that libraries sometimes are obsolete in that, but showing how libraries are still an important part of the community, and no matter which form knowledge comes in, we can have it for you in the most clearest, concise, and true way.
Yeah, and you have an excellent teen room as well, yes, downstairs. Does that get a lot of use?
Yes, it does. It was named for Lyndon LaRusso, and they very generously donated that beautiful room. It's used a lot for tutoring. There's a lot of kids come in with their uniforms after school, and they're down there studying, and we're very lucky, and we're looking to expand that and let the it's hard to get kids in that age group to use the library, but there's one thing they all have in common is homework. So we're expanding our databases and making it more known to students that we have SAT prep, we have all sorts of math help and tutoring on the databases here that you can come in and get help. Plus there's a lot of grandparents raising children now that they don't understand the math past 6th grade. So there's a lot of help with our databases here to parents and guardians to learn and help their kids.
Yeah, it's
thrive.
so tough. I think so many times I sit down, my kids come to me with math help, and I'm like, you're not getting any help from me. I have no idea what you're doing right now.
Get your library card out and go to one of the databases.
Exactly. I had no idea that was here, that you offered that service.
So we have nursing databases and all sorts of things for information and health and wellness and ancestry, and it's like a candy store of knowledge here. There's everything you could possibly want, all wrapped into a beautiful package.
So wonderful. So what is your favorite event? I know you do a lot of events throughout the year. Like you said, to raise money. I think a lot of people don't really understand that the library really does need to raise its own money. Like you said, 70%. That's a hefty task for you every year. What are your favorite events to raise money?
Well, my personal favorite is Mutts and Martinis, because we are the only dog-friendly library. We have many dogs that come in during the day with their owners and beg at the front for treats, and we do a cocktail party out on the beautiful lawn. We have Muddy Paws do agility training. We have other groups come in and people have cocktails and meet other people with dogs, and it's a wonderful fundraiser in the summer. We have the car raffle, which has been a huge success with the Mercedes. We do a great golf event in the spring, which sells out every year, that we have at the Wiano Club. And we're always looking to do new events. We are celebrating our 135th anniversary this year, so we're going to do a celebration and promotion around that, because we're having a book and a video produced in honor of that.
Wonderful. So exciting. So many things happening at the library. Thank you so much for sharing with us your experience as a volunteer, as well as what you hope to bring to the library. We really appreciate it, and wish you much success in your new position.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And of course, our guest this morning was Cyndy Cotton. She is the new executive director here at the Osterville Village Library. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Mannel.